In today's video, you'll hear part 3 of my interview with financial advisor Tracy Lownsberry, where we'll be discussing whether or not the life insurance retirement plan is a viable alternative for retirees over age 65.
Do you, and I know this is very broad stroke here, okay? Do you find that you still write when it fits and plan using an IUL for those that are in retirement, or would you say on average it's normally younger than that? What are you seeing? And I guess it sure depends on your demographic as well.
Yeah, I get a little nervous when they're over 65. I wouldn't totally rule it out because really you need 10 to 15 years to let it grow and
very
compound and
situational,
marinate,
right?
Before you start taking money out. But frankly, 70% of the people that we meet with are between 58 and 62. And the reason why they're using the IUL is because of long-term care.
Okay.
You've got anyone over age 50. What do they have 4 of? They have 4 parents. What's the likelihood that one of those parents is going through a long-term care event even as we speak? It's pretty high. Yeah. And so when they walk into our classrooms, we do a lot of teaching and workshops in universities. They walk into our classroom, they say, one of the burning platforms they have is, how do I avoid going through what my parents are currently going through right now? Or one of our parents, might be an in-law, might be a parent. And traditionally the answer has been get a long-term care policy. But people don't love long-term care policies because it's use it or lose it, hard to qualify, it's very expensive. So when we come along and we say, hey, look, you have this IUL, it's growing tax-free. They're like, that's great. I can get that on my Roth IRA or my Roth 401k. We say, but it gives you a death benefit that doubles as long-term care. In other words, you can get the death benefit in advance of your death for the purpose of paying for long-term care. Now, all of a sudden, oh, and by the way, if you die peacefully in your sleep 30 years from now, never having needed long-term care, someone's still getting a death benefit, probably your kids or your grandkids. Most of the time they want to give it to their grandkids. So probably your kids or your grandkids. So there isn't that sensation of having paid for something you hope you never have to use. This is a huge selling point for a lot of people. And that's why 70% of the IULs that we put in force are with people whose primary concern is mitigating the long-term care risk. And so it just solves a couple of different purposes, but it doesn't solve every need. And that's why we complement it with all of these other things.
That's great. And I will be candid here. I don't know if I've ever really thought of the IUL side for long-term care, but now you've kind of completely opened up completely opened up that. Now I got to go do some more research on that. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Well, anything that you want to leave with. So tell us about your social media handles. I know you got a couple books out. Tell us about all that.
Sure, you bet. YouTube channel, feel free to go and subscribe. I tell people all the time, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll become David McKnight within 6 months. Only without the 7 kids. But if you want the 7 kids, I can show you how to do that too. But there's no videos for that. So YouTube channel is The Power of Zero. I've got a podcast. It's also called the Power of Zero Show. There's really 4 books that I think the public has found a lot of benefit in. You got The Power of Zero, Look Before You LIRP, The Volatility Shield, and Tax-Free Income for Life. I also wrote a novel about a year ago. It came out about a year ago, called The Infinity Code, which talks about, it's sort of a Dan Brown thriller type suspense novel that talks about modern monetary theory. And people have said, Dave, of all your books, I like that one the best. So we got that. And if advisors want to learn more about what we do from a marketing perspective, they can go to powerzero.com and opt into a free 3-part video series. Follow me on Twitter at McKnight & Co. or Instagram, David C. McKnight. And man, I think that's pretty much all I got.
And you're on LinkedIn too.
I am on LinkedIn. That's right.
Yep. Awesome. Great. Well, David, again, thank you for your time. Much appreciated. Tons of value. I don't think the audience, and I'm hoping by the end of this, they'll really understand how much value you actually bring, not only to these little clips like this and videos, but also just to the industry as a whole. So from not only from me, but also from everybody else, I'm going to speak on behalf of. Thank you for that.
Hey, my pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity to chat with you. And I feel like we've become good friends, even if only over social media. And I'm sure I'll have a chance to meet you in person soon.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you again, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, folks, that was the end of part 3 of my interview with financial advisor Tracy Lownsberry. If you want to learn more about how to adopt a balanced, comprehensive approach to tax-free retirement that shields you from the impact of higher taxes down the road, head on over to davidmcknight.com and click on the Connect with an Advisor button. I'm happy to refer you to an advisor in the Power Zero network that has been trained, vetted, and qualified personally by me. If you are a financial professional and want to learn more about how to become a certified Power Zero advisor, head over to powerzero.com and opt into my free 3-part video series. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.